Every single day, you wake up with two choices: to rise above the limits of your past or to repeat them. The truth is, success isn't an accident. Greatness is never random. It's built, moment by moment, through the habits you choose, the mindset you cultivate, and the disciplines you refuse to compromise. Discipline? They see it as restriction, as something that confines them or forces them to suffer. But the truth is, discipline is not the enemy, it's the key. Discipline is the structure that allows freedom to exist. Without it, chaos takes over. Think about the most successful individuals in any field. Athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, leaders. What separates them isn't talent alone. It's the consistent, disciplined use of that talent. It's waking up early when no one's watching. It's pushing through resistance when no one's clapping. It's doing the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. Because feelings are fleeting, but habits shape your destiny. Discipline means showing up for your future self, even when your present self would rather stay comfortable. It's knowing that growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens in repetition, in structure, in choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasures. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your results. Every time you follow through on a commitment, no matter how small, you're not just completing a task. You're shaping your identity. You're becoming the kind of person who can be trusted, who is dependable, who doesn't need external motivation to move. Discipline builds confidence, and confidence builds momentum. And momentum? That's when everything begins to shift. But it doesn't start with big breakthroughs. It starts with small, consistent actions. It's waking up on time, making your bed, keeping your promises, putting the work in when no one is watching. Every act of discipline strengthens your inner world. It's not just about managing your time. It's about mastering your mind. The world will test you. Distractions will tempt you. But discipline is what holds the line. It tells your excuses to sit down and your goals to stand up. It's the difference between potential and performance. You could have all the talent in the world, but without discipline, it's just unrealized possibility. When you train your mind to do what must be done, regardless of how you feel, you become unstoppable. You stop waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect timing, the perfect energy, and you act anyway. That's the mark of someone who's not just interested in success, but committed to it. And commitment backed by discipline is what makes the impossible possible. Discipline is a decision you make daily, not just when you're motivated, but especially when you're not. It's a muscle. And the more you use it, the stronger it gets. Each time you resist the easy road, you build that muscle. You develop the mindset of a leader, a finisher, a warrior, because the battle is always within, and discipline is your weapon. It cuts through procrastination, laziness, and fear. It sharpens your focus. It defines your standards. It gives you leverage over your weaker self. Without discipline, dreams stay dreams. With it, dreams become plans, and plans become reality. And when you begin mastering discipline daily, you begin building a life that reflects your highest potential. Your self-position sets the limit, upgraded every day. Everything you achieve or fail to achieve in life begins with the way you see yourself. Your self-picture is not just a mental picture. It's the internal thermostat that sets the boundaries of your behavior, your confidence, your decisions, and your results. You will never consistently perform in a way that is inconsistent with the way you see yourself. That means even if you work hard, take action, and have big dreams, if your self-action is still anchored in doubt, fear, or limitation, you will find a way to sabotage your progress. You'll pull yourself back to where your identity feels safe. That's why real transformation starts within. When you deliberately upgrade the image you hold of yourself, everything around you begins to change. You speak differently. You walk differently. You attract different people. You make different decisions. The image you hold of yourself in your subconscious mind becomes the blueprint for the life you live. Most people are living by an outdated self-picture, shaped by past experiences, failures, opinions, and comparisons. But you have the power to reprogram it. You have the power to consciously define who you are becoming. That requires daily attention. Just like a garden must be weeded and watered, your self-position must be nurtured and protected. Every morning is an opportunity to speak life into yourself, to visualize the highest version of you, and to act in alignment with that version. You don't grow into success accidentally. You grow into it intentionally by becoming the person who is worthy of it. Your income, your relationships, your impact, your confidence all rise or fall to the level of your self-position. So you must ask yourself, what kind of person achieves the goals I have? What kind of person lives the life I dream of? Then start showing up as that person. Not someday, but today. You must treat yourself the way that version of you would. Speak to yourself with power. Dress with intention. Move with purpose and think with clarity. Affirm who you are becoming until your mind believes it. That's not delusion. That's alignment. Because when your self-perceived you expands, your behavior follows. You start to demand more from yourself, and you stop tolerating mediocrity. You begin to expect success instead of hoping for it, and you act with the certainty that the world responds to. Repetition is the key. You can't affirm greatness once a month and expect transformation. You must install the new image daily, through words, through thoughts, through actions. You must protect it from people and environments that want to shrink you. You must refuse to let the past define your future. Because every day you don't upgrade your self-picture is a day you reinforce the old one. And the old one is not where your power lives. You weren't born to play small, to blend in, or to carry outdated beliefs about who you are. You were born to rise. And that rise begins the moment you decide to see yourself not as you are, but as you can become. Gratitude multiplies success. Practice it like a ritual. In a world that constantly pushes for more, for bigger, for faster, gratitude is the grounding force that brings clarity, peace, and abundance. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's already working. It tunes your mind to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Gratitude isn't just a soft emotion. It's a powerful frequency. When you operate from a place of sincere appreciation, you elevate your energy, and that energy begins to attract more reasons to be grateful. It's not magic, it's alignment. The mind is always scanning for confirmation of what you believe, and when you start your day with gratitude, you train your brain to notice progress, growth, and the good that already exists. That mental habit becomes a foundation for resilience, because life will test you. Not everything will go according to plan. There will be delays, failures, and disappointments. But when gratitude is your ritual, you don't crumble. You find purpose in the pain. You extract wisdom from the failure. You understand that every experience, even the difficult ones, holds value if you choose to see it. Gratitude also unlocks joy. It allows you to win internally before anything changes externally. You could have all the success in the world and still feel empty if you don't appreciate it. But someone with very little who walks in gratitude is often more fulfilled than someone who has everything but takes it all for granted. It's not about what you have. It's about how deeply you honor it. And honoring what you have makes you a better steward of what's to come. When you express gratitude daily, you rewire your brain for abundance. You stop focusing on what's missing and start recognizing the resources already within you. That awareness sharpens your creativity. It builds better relationships. It makes you magnetic to people and opportunities. Because people are drawn to energy that appreciates not just things, but time, effort, and presence. You start becoming the kind of person others trust and respect. Gratitude also humbles the ego. It reminds you that while your hard work matters, you didn't get here alone. It honors the unseen forces, the mentors, the support systems, the moments of grace that shaped your journey. And when you walk in that awareness, you don't carry entitlement, you carry responsibility. The responsibility to grow, to give, to rise, and to lift others along the way. That kind of mindset doesn't just grow success, it sustains it. Practicing gratitude like a ritual means it's not a random act. It's a daily commitment. It's writing down what you're thankful for, even on the hard days. It's taking a moment to breathe in the present and acknowledge what's right, even when much feels wrong. It's speaking thankfulness aloud, not just thinking it. It's sending messages of appreciation, expressing love to those who support you, acknowledging your progress without minimizing it. Gratitude isn't passive, it's powerful. And when used daily, it becomes one of your greatest tools for success, fulfillment, and perspective. Goals without focus are dreams. Realign your vision daily. It's one thing to have a goal, and it's another to stay aligned with it in a world full of distractions, demands, and noise. Most people start with good intentions. They write down their goals, make promises to themselves, feel inspired in the moment, but inspiration without focus fades. You can have a vision board, a 5-year plan, a detailed journal, but if you're not reconnecting with your goals daily, they lose their pull. Clarity is power, and without it, you drift. You move, but not in the right direction. Focus isn't just about eliminating distractions, it's about reinforcing intention. It's the mental discipline to remind yourself why you started, who you're becoming, and where you're headed. When you realign your vision daily, you program your mind to see in straight lines. You begin your day with purpose, not passivity. And when obstacles show up, you're not derailed because your inner compass is already set. You're not reacting, you're responding from a place of alignment. A focused mind is a sharp mind. It doesn't entertain every shiny object. It doesn't scroll mindlessly. It doesn't say yes to every request. It protects its energy because it knows that energy is fuel, and the fuel must be directed to what truly matters. The world will always offer distractions, trends, opinions, detours, disguised as opportunities. But if you don't take ownership of your focus, the world will claim it for you. That's why real success isn't built in one grand gesture. It's built in the small moments of focus that compound over time. It's in reviewing your goals every morning. It's in asking yourself if today's actions align with tomorrow's vision. It's in saying no to things that don't move the needle. When you realign your vision daily, you move with intention. You stop chasing everything and start building something. Your actions become sharper, your schedule becomes cleaner, your decisions become bolder. Because you're not operating from confusion, you're operating from clarity. And clarity creates momentum. It fuels confidence. Because when you're focused, you're no longer wasting time. You're building, brick by brick, even if the world doesn't see it yet. The most dangerous form of procrastination isn't doing nothing, it's doing the wrong things and calling it progress. Daily focus ensures that you're building the right thing, that you're not just being busy, you're being effective. It also eliminates overwhelm, because when you know what matters most, you stop trying to do everything. You stop trying to impress everyone. You direct your energy toward the mission, and the mission begins to shape your habits, your mindset, and your outcomes. Goals need your attention, not just at the beginning of the year, not just when motivation hits, every single day, because what you focus on expands. And when you give consistent, focused attention to your goals, they begin to take form, not as distant dreams, but as inevitable outcomes, driven by intentional action. Feed your mind, or the world will feed it for you. Your mind is the control center of your life, and whatever you put into it will determine what comes out of it. Most people don't realize that every thought, every word, every image, and every conversation they engage with is shaping their belief system. Your beliefs shape your decisions, and your decisions shape your destiny. If you don't deliberately choose what you're feeding your mind, then you're allowing society, media, and other people to program your thinking. And most of the information out there is designed to keep you reactive, distracted, and limited. Feeding your mind isn't about consuming more information. It's about consuming the right information. It's about filtering what enters your inner world and intentionally choosing thoughts, messages, and ideas that strengthen you, challenge you, and expand you. You can't expect to think like a leader while listening to negativity all day. You can't expect to feel powerful while watching content that makes you feel inferior or afraid. The quality of your mental diet determines the strength of your mindset. What you feed your body shapes your health. What you feed your mind shapes your future. Successful people are deliberate about what they read, who they listen to, and what kind of conversations they engage in. They treat their mind like a sacred space. They guard it. They don't let garbage in because they know it affects how they show up in the world. Your confidence, your ideas, your creativity, they are all connected to the content you consume. If you want better output, you need better input. That means making time every day to learn, to reflect, to grow. It means reading books that stretch your thinking, listening to mentors that elevate your standards, journaling to gain clarity on your thoughts, and surrounding yourself with people who challenge your excuses instead of validating them. The brain is always looking for patterns. When you feed it empowering messages daily, it starts to operate from a higher frequency. You begin to expect more from life, and more importantly, from yourself. You develop new perspectives, new possibilities, new levels of belief. The mind is like a garden. If you don't plant seeds of growth, weeds of doubt and fear will take over. If you're not programming it intentionally, it's being programmed by default. And the default is usually fear, scarcity, doubt, and mediocrity. Feeding your mind is not a luxury. It's a responsibility. You're either growing or shrinking, learning or plateauing. The person who controls your attention controls your life. When you take back control and decide what you allow into your mind, you begin to take control of your outcomes. Your thoughts create your reality, and your thoughts are shaped by what you expose yourself to daily. The podcasts you listen to, the books you read, the people you talk to, the content you consume, they are all forming the blueprint of your future in ways you can't even see yet. Energy is currency. Protect and direct it with intention. Every day you wake up with a limited supply of energy, and how you spend it determines the quality of your life. Just like you wouldn't give away your money carelessly, you shouldn't give away your energy to things that drain you, distract you, or deplete your spirit. Most people don't realize how much of their energy they're leaking through constant overthinking, meaningless arguments, toxic environments, and mental clutter. Your energy is more than just physical strength. It's your emotional, mental, and spiritual fuel. And if you're not protecting it, you're slowly bankrupting yourself without even noticing. Energy is influence. It's what people feel when you walk into a room. It's what powers your goals, fuels your creativity, and sustains your momentum. And if your energy is low, your vision will shrink. Your patience will disappear. Your enthusiasm will fade. That's why you have to start treating your energy as your most valuable asset. Be mindful of who gets access to you. Be intentional about what conversations you entertain, what content you consume, and what environments you remain in. Everything around you is either charging you or draining you. There is no neutral ground. You have to become aware of your energy triggers, what lifts you up and what pulls you down. Because once you identify the leaks, you can start sealing them. You can choose to redirect your energy toward things that give you life, not just take it away. Protecting your energy doesn't mean avoiding responsibility. It means honoring your capacity. It means saying no without guilt, resting without shame, and setting boundaries without apology. When you protect your energy, you protect your potential. You give yourself the strength to show up fully, to perform at your highest level, and to bring your best self to your purpose. But protection alone isn't enough. You also have to direct your energy. That means waking up each day and asking, where does my energy need to go today? What deserves my full attention? What aligns with my goals and values? When you live with that kind of intention, you stop reacting and start creating. You stop chasing things that don't matter and start building things that do. Directing your energy also means staying focused on your lane. You can't afford to waste energy comparing yourself to others, trying to please everyone, or overanalyzing every mistake. That kind of energy use is expensive, and the return is always negative. Instead, invest your energy in learning, growing, building, and healing. Put it into your craft, your health, your faith, your vision. And whatever you do, don't let people or problems rent space in your mind for free. You are the guardian of your energy. And every decision you make either adds to your power or subtracts from it. So take ownership of it. Become conscious of how you feel after interactions, after scrolling, after thinking certain thoughts. Use that awareness to make better choices. Because the more intentional you are with your energy, the more powerful and purposeful your life becomes.